Another day, another staged photo and puff piece from Team Sussex. It's all just a game to them. Hello friends, welcome back to Royal the King News YouTube channel. This week, King Charles and Queen Camilla headed to Kenya. And next week, Prince William is going to be headed to Singapore as part of Earthshot. So predictably, Harry and Meghan had to scramble for a way to get the attention back on themselves. Predictably, we've got another staged photo that has been released. And this one might be the weirdest one we have seen yet. This photo reminds me a little bit of the fake photo that was taken of Meghan and Harry when they were supposedly visiting that fancy Caribbean island, Canoan. It's taken from the bag. We don't know who took it. We don't know exactly when it was even taken. We don't even know who the people are in the photo, but we are expected to believe this is Meghan and Harry out trick-or-treating with Archofficial and Invisibet. Oh yeah, because they're just such an ordinary family. Now, this weird photo came out on social media. I don't know where it was first. I saw it on Instagram. Some articles are saying Twitter. Immediately, it was picked up by all the big media outlets like Elle and Cosmo and In Touch. All the UK tabloids also got in on this. But they're not even publishing the photo with the story because I don't think there's any way to confirm whether or not this is even Meghan and Harry and the kids. When you think about it, that is completely insane that all these media outlets are going to run a story about a photo and we don't even know who the people are in that photo. We're just believing some random poster on Twitter. At this point, this is what we have come to expect from Meghan and Harry. Anytime we get a supposed candid shot of them, it's going to be blurry, it's going to be out of focus, you're not going to see any faces, and this one fits the bill. So first of all, the photo is incredibly blurry. It's impossible to even tell what is going on. When you zoom in, it doesn't become any clearer. There are 4 people pictured in the photo, 2 adults and 2 children. Well, one child we can see, the other one is being carried like a sack of potatoes. All we can see is a foot. Now from the back, yeah, I guess it could be Meghan and Harry, but it could really be anybody else too. We don't even see the hair of the man. He's got a baseball cap on. The woman is also wearing a baseball cap. She looks a little bit bigger to me than Meghan would be looking these days. I mean, Meghan has become incredibly thin, but anyway, we are expected to believe that it's the 4 of them. The photo was taken in a parking lot, which seems to be a common place for Meghan and Harry to hang out. The man, I'm not even going to call him Harry, the man and the little boy have got those jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treat baskets. The woman's got a bag over her shoulder, and then she's carrying what we're supposed to assume is Invisibet. Now, what I notice also is the little boy doesn't even have a costume on. I mean, who takes their kids trick-or-treating and doesn't even let them dress up? I guess that would be the Harkles. If they were going to take those kids out, I would absolutely believe they would make them wear some weird costumes, or yeah, not allow costumes at all. Again, assuming they really are even parents, which I don't really believe. When you look closely at the people who are supposed to be Meghan and Harry, a few more things stand out. First of all, he's clean-shaven. Since when have we seen Harry looking clean-shaven? That man always looks like he's got a 3-day-old beard at least. Looks like he woke up in the gutter and didn't have any place to shower and shave. And then the person who is supposed to be Meghan, her skin looks a lot darker. I know she's a big fan of self-tanner, so maybe that's it. But again, I do not believe for 1 second this is really Meghan and Harry. And if it were them, well, why wouldn't those publications have posted this photo? Why are publications like the Daily Mail running a story about a photo and not even showing the photo? So let's look at this Daily Mail article. The headline of the article is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry take Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet trick-or-treating in Montecito. And then we read in an image shared on X, formerly Twitter, by a fan account. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex can be seen walking with Prince Archie 4 and Princess Lilibet 2 in their hometown of Montecito, California. So this confirms there was nothing official about that photo. It was just posted on these random fan accounts like the one I saw on Instagram. Nobody even knows who took this photo. Maybe they didn't publish the photo because they can't verify the photo, but at the same time, why write an entire story about it? The whole thing is just bizarre. As usual, more lies, more subterfuge, more games for Meghan and Harry. They're so desperate for attention because they know that Harry's family is getting a lot of good publicity right now. Well, they're getting good publicity because they're doing good work. But Meghan and Harry have decided that's not for them. Instead of doing real meaningful work, they're just going to get attention by playing games with the media. As we reported previously, Meghan was snubbed by King Charles in the speech that he gave in Kenya. So, predictably, their PR team has to go into overdrive putting out these puff pieces. And In Touch Online has come to the rescue with a headline, "Inside Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's trip to the Caribbean amid their financial nightmare." Okay, a public sympathy grab. That's exactly what this is. Because Meghan and Harry have suffered so many setbacks recently, they gotta explain it away in some way that's gonna make us feel sorry for her. We have been seeing a lot lately about how stressed Meghan is. I guess it's an attempt to make her more relatable, to make her seem like a real human instead of a narcissistic psychopath, but it's not working. But anyway, a source spoke with In Touch saying, "The tension has been building. On the surface, Meghan and Harry seem to have it all. Their Montecito mansion, two beautiful children, and well-connected friends. But they're realizing it's not enough, and Meghan feels like she's pulling all the weight. Oh, poor Meghan. She's just got the weight of the world on her shoulders." I think we have a pretty good idea of who this source is. It's either Scooby-Doo or Meghan herself, but anyway, let's see what else this source had to say. Meghan and Harry thought things would keep going in that profitable direction indefinitely, talking about Netflix and Spotify and Penguin Random House. But since Meghan and Harry's Spotify deal was axed back in June, apparently Meghan is feeling like she needs to drop the dead weight. So, according to this article, Meghan blames Harry for their predicament. It's dawned on her that his work experience was mostly limited to shaking hands at royal events. Aha! And here we have it. After throwing the royal family under the bus for years, Meghan has finally turned on him, and now she's going to be throwing her prince under the bus every opportunity she gets. So the source went on to say, Harry never had a real career other than his royal duties and his time in the armed forces, while Meghan was used to working 14-hour days, 6 days a week on her TV series. Harry's job was to show up, smile at people, and make small talk. Oh, they're setting this one up nicely, aren't they? The source went on to say, Meghan's the one working with agents and managers and studios because she knows how deals are made. And Harry has learned a lot from Meghan, but, quote, he still doesn't totally get it. Well, I'll say. I mean, Meghan, you knew he was an idiot when you married him. And I don't believe for 1 second she's the one doing all this hard work behind the scenes. Yeah, maybe she's the one hustling because she knows how to hustle. But I don't believe for 1 second she's getting them any work. According to this article, though, watching her husband fail has been hard for Meghan. Oh yeah, they actually said it. According to the source, Harry's just not a take-charge kind of person. As a royal and a military man, he followed orders. He still has people to do footwork for him. The real decision-making is done by Meghan. End quote. Well, we already knew that. We knew Meghan wears the pants in that relationship. That is not news to us. We knew that Harry just took orders from Meghan. That, again, is not news. And isn't it crazy how Meghan is trying to blame Harry for their failures, but at the same time, she has to admit that all he does is take orders. Well, Meghan, honey, if you're the one giving him the orders and he's still failing, whose fault is that? But anyway, this article concludes by reminding us that they're not ready to give up yet. The source says that Meghan and Harry didn't take kindly to being labeled grifters back in June. Well, of course they didn't take kindly to that. I don't know who would. The source says, after that accusation, they held their heads high and will continue to do so. For them, it's always a matter of quality over quantity. They feel they've put their heart and souls into their projects and have been working hard, and they're not going to let some executive burst their bubble. They're too good for that. Honestly, friends, all I can do is laugh at this nonsense. Who do they think they're kidding? Meghan and Harry care more about quality over quantity. I mean, I guess that's their way of saying that they can't come up with any ideas. I mean, this whole article is clearly a puff piece that came directly from Scooby-Doo. And I say Scooby-Doo because I know he and Meghan are a lot closer than he is to Harry. I don't think Scooby-Doo really supports Harry. I think he is 100% Meghan's lackey. Honestly, if these two want to be taken seriously, they have got to stop this nonsense. Between that fake Halloween photo and this ridiculous puff pieces, the jokes just write themselves. And you, what do you think of this publicity grab by Meghan and Harry? Please let me know your opinion below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and share this video with anybody else who would enjoy it. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.